We're on the line with Peter Muscatt, representing the powerful KZN stable of Brett Crawford. 4 runners at Hollywood Bets Gravel on the Polytrack Wednesday, the 7th of October. Good morning, Peter. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Graham. Thank you very much.
Right, I know that it's been very, very wet at Summerfelt, so everybody, though, is in the same boat. So let's chat about your runners. In the first race, you saddled a first-timer in the form of number 8, East Coast Star for the Hollywood Bets Syndicate. Now you've declared publicly through the publications, etc., that you believe this will need the run and the experience.
Correct. She's a lovely filly in the making. She's probably going to be effective over a little bit further. She's a very tough, robust filly. She's held into the condition very well, so she's probably going to need the run from a fitness perspective and from an experience perspective.
Okay, let's move on to race 4, which is the first leg of the first jackpot. You saddled number 4, Mrs. Hotline, a filly that you inherited from the Alison Wright stable, once again for the Hollywood Syndicate. Now, she won a maiden, beating To The Max. That was back in July. Her comeback run, her post-maiden run, was, I guess, disappointing to say the least.
Yeah. In her defence, she was fresh and she was above herself going into the race, needing it. And she pinged the lids and then over-raced from there and then capitulated early in the straight. We'll ride her with a little bit more restraint tomorrow. She has come on very nicely since that run. And she could be a quartet inclusion tomorrow.
Okay, to be frank, it's not the strongest field around, so expecting better, including quartets. Then let's go to race 8, where you definitely, in my view at least, have a very strong hand. In fact, I was saying to Warren off air, if we were still operating under the old rules of the pick 6 where couplings counted, I would be bankering your stable in the final leg of the pick 6, so I've had to include both. I wish they'd bring the couplings back. You've got number 1, Valiente, and number 2, Kingston Rock. You've cracked good draws with both of them. Anton Marcus riding Valiente. Jabu Jacobs, who gets on so well with Kingston Rock, riding that one. He's come off 2 second-place finishes. He's at home over the course and distance. Would you be disappointed if at least one of your 2 runners didn't win this race?
I never ever like to answer those questions, but they certainly have everything in their favour. First of all, I need to tell you that Jabu Jacobs will not be riding tomorrow after his fall last week. He sprained his wrist, so he's not going to be riding. Now, I'm in a little bit of a quandary as to who to replace him with on Kingston Rock. The ideal would to be put a claimer back on, which puts him back in the same situational place in the handicap. But he is an easy horse to ride. So I haven't declared a jockey for him as yet. He's very genuine, very honest, and I think the 1100 metres is tailor-made for him. He just seems to get run down late. He's got great gate speed from the gate. He'll get every favour up front, I'm sure. And his work is solid in the lead-up. Valiente returns from a bit of a break after he pulled up a little bit iffy at his last start. Conversely to Kingston Rock, he's probably more at home over the minimum trip. But with Anton won his maiden on him very well, so he knows the horse well. And he goes in good form and order, so he can be competitive as well.
Okay, so yeah, we'll wait to see the the replacement rider for Kingston Rock. We do wish Jabu Jacobs well. Hope he recovers back to riding fitness form in a short space of time. But thanks again for your openness, Peter. Thanks again for your time. We look forward to seeing you at Hollywood Bets Gravel tomorrow.
Thank you, Graham, and thank you, Warren.